me do it!
The office, Charlie gets killed, and the final frag.
Oh, brilliant game!
Through, that's the kill, you can see them.
Hey guys, welcome back to the TangoLive podcast, week number 2. I'm ClearlyEric, and I will be joined by OrangePulse here in a minute. We'll be going over some video game news, some movie news. We'll go over some updates on the Super Bowl that's upcoming on February 1st. And OrangePulse will also be talking a little anime this week, so I hope you guys are excited, and here we go.
So, start off, we're going to talk about H1Z1. From what I've heard, I haven't heard very good things about it. It's got mixed reviews on Steam. It's described as offering a total sandbox experience. H1Z1 is a zombie survival MMO set in the post-apocalyptic world. It's early access, so they say you should expect some bugs from what I'm hearing, though
That's to save your own ass.
Bugs are quite a thing. From what I heard, the stuff they showed in their intro streams and whatnot is just it showed the guns working. You know, you can use a whole bunch of different guns, a whole bunch of different vehicles, or whatever nonsense was going on with that. Apparently, from what I've heard, some of the guns don't even work. They don't fire bullets. You can't find a bunch of stuff. Zombies don't die sometimes. just a whole bunch of stuff that you wouldn't expect, even with an early access game, to save their own ass saying it's early access. You wouldn't expect stuff like this. Like, at least with something like DayZ, when they released it early access, you could at least do basic shit. Like, you couldn't find vehicles or anything like that. But from what I heard, with what I heard from H1Z1, it doesn't work.
The way I see it is, it looks like a DayZ clone with maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say a little better graphics, but not even that. It just looks like another DayZ game.
Anything with zombie survival sandbox type stuff. I mean, it describes itself as an MMO, but well, I guess MMO is the right phrase for it. I was thinking, because it's MMO survival, I was thinking RPG. But no, like, as an MMO type of zombie survival game, it's pretty much pulling its book right out of DayZ, just all that stuff. By the way, if anybody's wondering what the background video on the wall behind me is, my roommate is projecting a Ratchet & Clank game on his PS3, so there you go.
Nice. Nice. But yeah, keeping it on the topic of zombies, obviously, let's move on to Dying Light.
Okay, Dying Light is described as a zombie apocalypse-themed game set in an open world where players traverse an expansive urban environment overrun by a vicious outbreak, scavenging the world for supplies and crafting weapons to defend against the growing infected population with a heavy focus on free-running mechanics.
Now, this game is like, it reminds me of a combination of DayZ. What was the other game? Mirror's Edge, with the way you run in it.
Ooh, okay.
And also a little bit of Dead Island as far as graphics
I was gonna say that from what it's describing there, and from the little tidbits I'm seeing here, it looks a lot like sounds a lot like Dead Island.
Yeah, I mean, you can craft your own weapons, like you said, and the graphics even kind of remind me of that style of game. But I mean, it's open world, isn't it?
Yeah,
yes.
It's set up as an open world game. It's going to be released on Xbox One, PS4, and PC as well on January 27th. So it's coming up quick. I actually only heard little tidbits of this game. I think I saw it at an E3 conference at one point, but I'm actually now kind of looking forward to this. I'm looking at possibly buying this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a good game.
Yeah,
it's combining.
free running in a game, in my own personal opinion, is just it's great on its own. Having the world be set as an open world type of game where you can go back and forth between whatever you want also helps that aspect. But it also kind of makes me a little worried because something that the first Dead Island game did that had an open world game was you have to go, you go over here to find one thing and then you go back over here to find another, and you just keep going back and forth between 3 or 4 different areas just running all around. So while that could be fun in a way with the free running and all the options they're going to be opening up with that sort of a thing, I'm also just kind of worried about it because how much of that open world is actually going to be open?
Right.
You know? A lot of stuff that's not sorry to interrupt, but a lot of stuff that they keep saying is like open world type games. It's open to the fact of you can go pretty much anywhere you want, but when it comes to buildings and such like that, like what I want to see in a open world zombie survival game myself is like what they did almost with DayZ a little bit, where you can just run into a house or something like that and look around for supplies and then leave that house. With this free world or open world free running Dying Light type of thing, I want to see them be able to like run on a rooftop and climb in through the window, go grab some shit and get out, you know?
Yeah, it's like, why are you going to make all these buildings and not be able to get into them?
Yeah, I'm only looking at a couple images here. I haven't looked through the actual videos for it yet.
I've watched a little bit of gameplay, and it looks fun. That's for sure. I see here that it is, it's got a little Left 4 Dead style element to where, as far as PvP goes, you have your humans and you have your zombies.
Okay.
So you do get to play as zombies in competitive.
Yeah, the online multiplayer is announced to be up for 4 players in a co-op mode. It's been confirmed that there will be an asymmetrical multiplayer.
Yep.
Which I think is what you were talking about, where you can be the zombie, fight off other people and such.
It says, every time the night falls on Haran, your game can be invaded by the Night Hunter, a human-controlled, extremely powerful enemy. Join forces with other players to repel the invasion or go one-on-one with the city's worst nightmare.
But from what
Spooky.
from what I'm hearing from this, though, also, is that with that multiplayer, it may be just, like, it's only going to last for as long as you turn it on, you know?
Right.
Like, you would have to go into a co-op thing. You're not going to be able to just all of a sudden, say, with like, a Grand Theft Auto type of thing, with the Grand Theft Auto Online, where you can just go in and there are people running around all over the place, you know? Or, I don't know if that's accurate now that I say that. But, you know what I'm talking about. Like you can go into a game, like, even with, like, a common MMO type thing, where you could just run in and there'll be people everywhere. It's just something that you're going to have to set up a party with some friends in order to get the online going. So that could... It'd probably be fun. It's just going to be different, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm about ready for this zombie ship to sail as far as video games go. The market is so saturated with all these damn zombie games that it's getting old. Because you can't, it's beating a dead horse. You can't keep making the same game over and over again.
Yeah. Going back to what we were saying, where it looks like Dead Island, actually, story here says when development of Dying Light rather started in early 2012, reports had claimed that it was originally a Dead Island sequel, but the members from Techland, the company that's making the game, later confirmed to Hardcore Gamer that it's an original title from its very beginning. The minor plot that they offer, from where I'm seeing, I'm finding all of my information right now on Wikipedia for this game, so I may be open to correction. But from what I'm seeing right now, the plot is saying that players assume the role of Kyle Crane, who is an undercover operative sent in to infiltrate the quarantine zone in the city of Haran, which is where the game is going to be taking place. So, very minor plot description right now. I don't think there's really going to be much of an expanded one until after the game comes out. Again, that'll be on January 27th. That game will be released, so it's coming out soon. It's,
keep your eyes out. It looks like a good game. Looks fun. I'm not going to say it's original. There's probably some original aspects to it, but
yeah,
I mean, don't go into buying this expecting to be just overwhelmed with new content, because if you've played zombie games before, it's gonna be in line with that.
It's gonna be the same thing.
It's gonna be like you're playing a zombie game.
The DayZ kind of started that, I think, and then Dead Island helped it out. But after that, it just became copy after copy after copy after copy, just going on and on and on. So, do we want to move on to our last bit of video game news coming up?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to something I'm sure everybody's excited for. I personally am, although I doubt I'm going to get it because I don't think my computer, the way it's set up, I'd have to get a new video card. But Grand Theft Auto 5 is now finally got an official release date on the PC.
Which it might be a little bit of old news for people that have been watching out for it, so don't start yelling at us yet.
Yeah, it's not coming. It's not like coming out next week. It's still
No.
I mean, we got 2 months.
March 24th is the official release date of this year for Grand Theft Auto 5. We're looking at pretty much it's already been released, as most people actually probably know, on consoles so far. So if you played it on consoles, you already know what it's about. A lot of you probably have looked into it or seen videos of it before. On the off chance that somebody hasn't for some reason, I'm going to go into a brief description of the game. It's when a young street hustler, a retired bank robber, and a terrifying psychopath find themselves entangled with some of the most frightening, deranged elements of the criminal world, the U.S. government, and the entertainment industry. They must pull off a series of dangerous heists to survive in a ruthless city in which they can trust nobody, least of all each other. You will be able to play as 3 separate characters and switch between the 3. Again, if you haven't heard news of this or seen anything about it, you've been hiding under a rock, and I hope you the best with life.
I mean, if you're watching this video, chances are you are a member of Tango,
and chances
are you've heard of it.
Definitely. It's saying now, though, that they're going to be, for the PC version, they're going to be adding a lot of different features for the people that are looking at this in a
yeah, I mean, the reason
I'm thinking of the best word for it.
Well, personally, I think that what Rockstar's trying to do is, I mean, people are gonna, it's so people don't look at it as like, well, I have it for console and I have it for PS3, PS4.
Yeah.
Why would I buy it again for PC?
Exactly. They're looking at adding a lot of new weapons, vehicles, activities. They're adding in wildlife, denser traffic, new foliage system, as they're calling it. So pretty much all of the trees, bushes, all of that stuff that you're seeing is going to look a lot better. Weather and such is going to be hugely upgraded. There's going to be vastly increased draw distances, which for those of you that actually feel to care about that, it's actually a really big thing, because that means you'll be able to see further down the road than anybody on console. It'll be running at 60 frames a second, which is going to be as fast as the PS4, I believe. I think the Xbox One clocked out at 45.
Ooh.
So it's running at 60 frames a second at the, I would assume that's the VSync threshold. You should be able to clock above that, but it's also going to be able to run at 4K resolution for anybody that has the money to buy those. So it's going to be a lot better made when it comes out for PC. They're going to be catering to the people that have been waiting for this and have been wanting it since it came out originally.
PC Master Race.
They're also bringing out new editing tools to be able to create and publish gameplay clips, stuff of that sort within the game itself, so you won't have to use outside programs. And it's going to be releasing first-person mode, which may or may not have come out for a console. I can't remember.
Yeah, it for PS4 and Xbox One. That's the reason that was the selling point why it became so popular, and people weren't just buying it for a new console.
Yeah.
They added the first-person view.
Yeah.
I will say that if you are planning to get this game, you have 10 days to get the pre-order bonus. And what that gets you is $1 million in game. You also get, let's see, pre-purchase and get $1 million in game, $500,000 for Grand Theft Auto 5, and $500,000 for Grand Theft Auto Online. And if you pre-purchase by February 1st, and you get a bonus of $300,000 for Grand Theft Auto Online, and a bonus digital download of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for PC. That's offered through the 1st of February, so you have 10 days. If you do plan to pre-order, and have the money to do it, I'd jump on it, because that sounds like an awesome offer.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, while it's at a reduced price right now, I believe it's still a classic in my heart, at least.
Absolutely.
The cool thing about Grand Theft Auto 5 that pretty much everybody also knows about this is the Grand Theft Auto Online, which has revolutionized the online setting for Grand Theft Auto, which Grand Theft Auto 4 itself had changed things entirely when it came to multiplayer, and now Grand Theft Auto 5 has expanded on that even further. So it's going to be very interesting to see how much better it actually is compared to the consoles. But
Absolutely.
The fact that they're doing what they're doing with it is making it a huge selling point for when it comes to PC.
For sure. All right, we're moving on to movies now, and I got a couple here for you. Selma, as well as American Sniper. Both have been released already, so sorry that we missed the boat on releasing. But a little bit about Selma. It's a chronicle of Martin Luther King's campaign to secure equal voting rights via an epic march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama in 1965. We got David, how do you say? Oyelowo. Playing.
I know. Name to say.
He plays Martin Luther King. And if you've seen, what movie was it? Rise of the Planet of the Apes. He plays the James Franco's boss in that. So that's what he's in. Also, not a lot of big names in this movie as far as actors go. At least nobody that I'm seeing jump off the page. I've heard it's good. It got 7.7 out of 10 from IMDb.
Which is a decent enough rating. It's not
right.
like spectacular necessarily, but from what I've heard, I've been hearing pretty good things. It's looking like it's a movie to go out and see. Maybe if you're not feeling like you want to go out of your way to go and buy a ticket for it, it would be something to see maybe from if you got Redbox or if they put it on Netflix, it would be something to check out.
It got nominated for an Oscar for Best Motion Picture of the Year, as well as Best Achievement in Music Written for Motion Pictures, Original Song. So that's pretty neat. Okay, we'll move on to American Sniper because that's a movie that I cannot stop hearing about.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff all over the place for it.
Oh, yeah.
Bradley Cooper plays the head Navy SEAL Chris Kyle from, I'm seeing on IMDb as well as the movie websites around here. From what I've seen personally in commercials, he's returning home from the military and just a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder taking over. He's on the phone with his wife just trying to talk to her about it, and he's breaking down. I'm not sure exactly how much of that is just him at home time and him out at wartime, though. Do you know anything more on that?
No, I haven't seen it, but I do actually. I mean, I'm the kind of, I do not go out to the movie theater to see movies because it's way overpriced. But a few times I've thought about actually going and seeing this, which I know for a fact I will end up going to see it. Everybody I've talked to that has seen it says it's a fantastic movie. They said Bradley Cooper is absolutely amazing in it, and it was also nominated for 6 different Oscars. You got Best Motion Picture, Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role for Bradley Cooper, Best Writing Screenplay based on material previously produced, Best Achievement in Editing, Best Achievement in Sound Mixing, and Best Achievement in Sound Editing.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, up for six, it is nominated for 6 different different awards for the Oscars. So it's hit or miss with Oscars. So you can't base a movie off of what it's been nominated for, but
Yeah, but it's the fact that it's gotten that much in
Oh, yeah.
nominations is a lot.
I've heard so many good things about this movie. So if you want to check it out, I'd probably recommend. I can't recommend because I haven't seen it myself, but from what I've heard, I'd say it's well recommended.
If you want to talk about real quick just recently passed movies, I don't know if you've seen any of them. Movies from 2014 that I personally liked a lot. Guardians of the Galaxy is a given for my end of things. And I don't know if you saw towards the end of the year Interstellar.
Yeah, heard that was a fantastic movie.
It was very good. It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Like I said, I don't go to movie theaters a lot. I should go more than I do. I mean, I'm a film major, so I should probably go see movies.
More movies. Yeah. I mean, I understand exactly where you're coming from when it comes to buying a movie ticket and stuff like that. Like, it's a lot of money when you get into how many movies you're seeing in a certain amount of time. It's a lot to work with, but
it really is. But as far as American Sniper goes, I'm looking at the 2014 domestic grosses list here, which is also another topic. American Sniper is 22nd on that list.
Oh, jeez.
And to give you a little perspective for that, it released at the end of 2014.
It actually released, if I may correct you, I believe, what's the date today?
Today is...
It's the 22nd today. It released 6 days ago, so about a week ago it released. So it wasn't even released in 2014, and it got those rankings there.
Release date was December 25th.
For cinema.
But, yeah, that select theaters on the 25th. So from those select theaters, it grossed a lot of money.
Huh. Well,
weird, I know.
Hey, man,
but no,
that's a lot. That's 22nd on the list, only from select theaters. Like that's an achievement.
Chances are you got to see it after it recently came out. Because that was a wide release. But also, shocking, believe it or not, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 actually beat out Guardians of the Galaxy by, what is it? I think it's $8 million for top domestic grossing of 2014. Hunger Games came in at 333,180,638. Guardians of the Galaxy in second at 333,172,112. A lot of numbers. You're welcome, everybody. So yeah, that's the extent of movies. So yeah, Selma, go see it. American Sniper, go see it. And obviously, if you haven't seen, superheroes are making a huge comeback, which is nice.
It's very nice.
I like superheroes.
I am liking it a lot. I'm part of a separate group off the side of Tango and everybody else where we all just talk about superhero movies coming out. It started with Amazing Spider-Man, the first one when it came out. That was a big thing for us. But going into it now with all the superhero movies, if anybody's been following along with superhero movies or comic book movies in general, there's a huge list of movies that extends up to, I think, 2016 or 2017 already, of movies and their release dates when they're going to be coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I can expect very soon that people are going to be like, all right, enough of, like what we're saying with enough of the zombie games.
Right,
enough of the superhero movies is going to be a thing very soon. Because you've got, coming up soon, from what I remember correctly, there's a Daredevil show coming out on Netflix exclusive. That's coming out in May, I believe. We've also got the new Avengers movie coming out. People have been seeing trailers for those probably coming out recently. Ant-Man just got officially announced as a movie coming out soon.
Nice.
You've got Batman versus Superman There's another movie that's been in production for a while now that's planning on coming out soon.
Let's see. We got
Captain America 2 got announced, I know.
we-
3, rather.
yeah.
Captain America 3.
Captain America Civil War is 2016. Doctor Strange is 2016. Second Guardians of the Galaxy 2017. Another Thor coming out. And just Black Panther.
Man.
More Avengers movies. So yeah, I mean, if you like superheroes, you're set for the next few years. So
Yeah, there's at least within this year, if not just next year, there's a huge handful of them planning on coming out throughout the year. So every couple months, you're going to be seeing one coming out within the next couple of years. So you're going to be, if you like superheroes and you don't get sick of them that easily, you're going to be really happy going to the movies from then on. Just make sure your wallet can handle it.
yeah. I will say I am super excited for the second Guardians of the Galaxy because James Gunn will be returning as director. So
Yeah, and he did a fantastic job on the first one. So
oh yeah, St. Louis native by the way. So
Ooh.
go St. Louis.